Gwen Berry, the athlete who gained infamy, notoriety during her national anthem protest, is facing backlash over her past offensive tweets. But her defense is capturing even more attention because as the Olympic hammer thrower compares herself now to Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Berry tweeting, "I can relate to Kavanaugh and agree there's a lot of stuff I don't do like I did when I was 18 or 20. Here to react, former NFL player and the CEO of the Brewer Group, Jack Brewer. Interesting comparison, comparing herself to the Supreme Court Justice. I do think there's an underlying point here. Do we indulge in cancel culture? Do we look into everybody's past and find what we can find? I think Gwen Berry might deserve condemnation for what she did in the present, turning her back on the national anthem. What do you think, Jack? What should we be focused on here?
You know, right now, I really feel sorry for her because it's clear that she has some type of confusion and some demons inside of her. I mean, you look at pictures and photos of her draped in flags, you know, just 4 years ago, loving this country, celebrating America, being proud to be an Olympian. And then all of a sudden, you know, this woke new culture has just completely just distorted her mind. You start feeling sorry for her. You start wanting to pray for her because, you know, something's just not right in her way of thinking. And it shows us what we're facing right now with this culture, with this new culture that is embracing all of this hate and this division. It's like they seek out to find ways to divide us. And this is not good. I mean, going into the Olympic Games,
hey, Jack,
where our country should be unified.
Real quick, you're making a fascinating point. So you're right. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, you can see pictures of Gwen Berry holding up the flag and literally draping herself in it, and then it changes. Do you think, and really quickly, because I want to ask you about Sha'Carri Richardson as well, but do you think it's opportunism? Is it just like, oh, that's the fashionable movement of the moment? Or has something really changed? Have people changed, and now they, in the past, really honestly, 12 months have decided the American experiment is evil?
I think this leftist mentality has warped her mind. I think it's warped the minds of many people, brought hate on many people who used to love this land. Yeah, I think she really feels it. I think this new culture has figured out a way to hypnotize people, to change their perspective on this country. It's brainwashed them. And I think this is the example of what things like CRT, critical race theory, this is what it will do to our children if we allow it.
Yeah, I said I wanted to ask you about Sha'Carri Richardson. She's the Olympic sprinter who tested positive for marijuana, has been suspended, sadly, for the Olympics. Nike, her sponsor, is backing her. They've said, we appreciate Sha'Carri's honesty and accountability and will continue to support her through this time. Jack, you know what's fascinating here is there's been a lot of outrage online about Sha'Carri Richardson being suspended. Some call it racist. I think some are even calling it sexist, whatever. When the truth is, Sha'Carri Richardson is the one that's handling this in the right way. She's taking accountability for this issue.
I applaud her. I applaud her right now. I think this is a time where we should focus on rules that need to be changed. Should you be punished? Yeah. I couldn't smoke marijuana when I played in the National Football League. If I did, I got fined. That we all knew that. She knew that. She accepted it.
Yes.
I think we should applaud her for that. But at the same time, we have to follow the rules. But sometimes rules need to be changed and rules need to be upgraded when you have more information. And I think if you're going to allow these athletes to take opioids for their pain and for their injuries, why would you not allow them to take a natural substance that's also a pain reliever? I think you need to bring balance and fairness here. I feel sorry for her. And then I also think that President Biden, he comes out and he approaches this, the time for him to leave. You have a lot of people still stuck in prison because of prehistoric marijuana laws and rules and regulations. This is the time to step out in front of that and at least try to advocate for these athletes for more fairness in the sport.
Yeah, it's not hard to conclude the rule is flawed. The rule should be changed in the future. At the same time, it is a rule, and if you break the rule, you suffer the consequences. That's not being a sheep suffering the consequences from breaking a bad rule. It makes you an adult. It's a child who expects to break a rule and escape the consequences. Jack, good stuff, man, always. Thank you.
God bless you guys.
Take care.